majority of us, at one point in my life, myself, we are absolute simps, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's like girls. Some girls, hands down, and the girls that do like it, absolutely go for those girls. But the majority of the girls, they like a simp once you're in a relationship. While you're not in a relationship, as funny as it sounds, you have to be a prick. Because like the whole theory of the nice guy finishes last comes into such a major play because of like the girl needs to feel like you as a man, if you like get into an argument, she needs to feel like you will tell her, sit down and shut the fuck up. And she would much rather be. Some girls will get turned on. Like all jokes aside, all jokes aside. Rather than like a girl, guys like always submitting to like, she raises her voice and she's like.
I've had this conversation with like girls before. We're like,
you tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying right now. Tell me. I'm right now. Tell me. As a men.
Okay, so clearly she's laughing because she's validating this, right? She's saying that, okay, a lot of women do think this way. At least a lot of women think this way. I want to tell you, I understand it where you guys say we're shit testing this to make sure that, that he can make you feel safe, that he can stand up for himself, that he can defend you, that he can stand his ground. But I want to tell you where it really doesn't make sense is that it breaks down the relationship. Because on one hand, a man is looking for a woman who has her own standards, who doesn't need to be told to sit down and shut the F up. Like a person that he can tell a truth to, something that he needs from her, or whatever the case may be, and she can understand that even if she doesn't necessarily like it. We don't have to do a whole lot of arguing about it. You understand? Everything he say, the words get twisted. Now she's talking about his tone and all these types of things when they could have just moved on. And I want to tell you, like, shut the F up to me is a difficult phrase. Because once you say that phrase, you've reached your end, your limit. You understand? Like if a man says to another man to shut the F up, if he don't shut the F up, they likely going to be fighting. There's going to be a physical altercation up to that point. Because if I tell you to shut the F up, oh, you better. Because if you don't, it's actually going to be, because I don't know another way to respond after that. You see what I'm saying? Now that's a man. So in other words, I wouldn't tell a woman to sit down and shut the F up, because if she does it, now what am I going to do? And the thing is, why would she require that? And why would that turn her on? Because if that's the last thing you really want to say to somebody, because that's the end all be all, this is meaning that she is not going to stop until she gets that out of him, which is breaking down his mentality. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to break down his frame so much to the point to where he says something like this to me. And if that turns you on, that's very dangerous. You understand? And it means you don't respect him too, because your respect for him is at the end of his patience. And that means that if he tries to work with you, you'll just keep doing it. I say you should have respect for self. You understand? If you respect yourself, you will not bring a person to the point to where they have to tell you to shut the F up. Like even if you're saying, well, I'm emotional, I'm being unreasonable, I know I'm not being logical, I need someone who can bring me back to reality. Shutting the F up shouldn't be what brings you back to reality. You should be able to negotiate better than that, to where someone doesn't have to just scream on you like that and demand something like that for you to be able to come back to reality. You understand? And let me be honest with you. A lot of guys, they like to be nice guys. So a lot of you ladies who are looking for that before you give him a relationship, you're blowing it. Because a lot of men, they have that, but they've been taught to be nice to women. You understand? So even if you say something that does bother them, they'll just pretend it didn't a lot of times so they can keep being nice. However, if you get to know this person over a period of time and they have to be in your life now, they will start demanding that you treat them with some respect. So what you do day one and get away with, day two, you probably won't be doing that a year from now and getting away with it. You know what I mean? He likely is infatuated with you. He thinks you're beautiful. He might think it's cute right now. He might think it's just a little something, just like I say, cute. Or it might bother him and it's just not worth it for him to do it because he's trying to be nice. You understand? And so you guys are missing out on a lot of men who do have the ability to protect you, who do have the ability to be able to stand their ground and create a way, like pave a way. Like they have all of that. And what you're looking for is an attitude. You're looking for him to have a low temper. You're looking for him to snap on you. That's actually not going to lead to a good relationship. You understand? When you start saying, I need a man that can control me, a man that know how to deal with me. Basically, you're saying, I don't know how to deal with myself. So yes, you lack emotional intelligence. Everything's not going to make you feel good, but that doesn't mean that you continue arguing about it. And if someone says something to you, take them at their words. Don't change their words into something else. Don't say you said something that you know they didn't say. You understand? Like these type of things anger a person. And if they're trying to find a way to end the conversation because you're still doing these things, if you're saying, okay, I'm going to keep going until he says shut the F up, and then even if he says shut the F up, like that turns you on, this means you'll keep doing that. That's not healthy. You shouldn't be turned on by something that is completely unhealthy. So you have to ask yourself, while you may be inherently doing it to find out if he has the propensity to defend himself, or really what you're doing is getting him to disrespect you, or fight for his respect so much that it comes out like that. You understand? I understand a lot of you ladies don't think that way, but if you do think that way, man or woman, if you have to push someone to their limit for them to get the worst out of them, and that turns you on, you have a mental illness and you need therapy. I'm seriously telling you this. Don't let them tell you that's natural. That's unhealthy. One more thing. Here's what you create, okay, when you're doing this. It's men who now pretend to be mean. And now you got all these women who are saying men are a-holes, men are not nice. And, they're being who you created them to be. They're being who they think they need to be in order to move forward with you, in order to be able to interact with you, in order to not be friend zoned, in order to not be rejected. Now they believe that you cannot be a nice person. And now, so you guys, when you behave that way, you literally create a slew of men now who operate like that. And I'm gonna tell you something, being mean to you is no indication that he will stand up for you. It's no indication that he'll protect you, provide for you, none of that. It's just an indication that you reached the end of his patience. He could have a low temper. He could just be willing to snap on anybody. He could be willing to just go upside one of y'all's head with no problem. And here you are thinking that's something that leads to something. I know many men who get physical with a woman, but not with a man. So I'm telling you now, a man telling you to sit down and shut the F up is no indication that he'll say that to a man at all. So that doesn't mean he'll protect you. So I'm saying you need to use a different way of finding this out. Maybe, like, I don't know, maybe in a world where we got, weapons and police officers and mace, maybe you don't need to find out if he can physically defend you or whatever. Maybe the things that you're trying to bring out of him is to an old world. And maybe if you're really trying to adjust to this world, it might just mean getting to know this person for the qualities that you inherently gonna need. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what a lot of men, they can have all those qualities, but if y'all don't think he got a little bite to him, he'll turn y'all off, and all of a sudden y'all just don't like the man no more. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because those qualities that he's presenting would be good for your children. In raising your children. I mean, you don't want a short man telling you to, like a man, not a short man, but a man who's short in his temper telling you to shut the F up in front of your kids, do you? I mean, that turns you on though. Like, until when? I mean, it's just, at some point that's not going to be healthy. And I want someone I can talk with as an adult. We can plan and move forward together. And hey, I'm not saying you're not going to have arguments. You're definitely two people that have different experiences in life. So sooner or later you will butt heads. You feel me? And you will have to hash those things out. I say that is healthy. But if ending the conversation, if you have to tell a person to shut the F up, like it goes to that much, and that's a turn on. No, that's crazy. No way. And keep in mind, like I said, this is the word that you're creating for your daughters. This is the word you're creating for your peers, when you make a man be mean in order to turn you on. That's not healthy. But men are gonna do it because they're hunters. And like, let me just ask this question. What does saying sit down and shut the F up do for you in that moment, ladies? I get it, it turns you on, but does it make you understand what you were trying to understand? Does it make you be okay with what he was presenting to you, or what the reality was? Like, it would seem that a person who can help you explore your emotions, talk you through them, maybe help you figure out what's actually happening, could help you regulate your emotions and bring you back to reality. I would think someone telling you to sit down and shut the F up would not get you what you need. It certainly wouldn't turn you on. You see, like, logically, you understand? Like, I get it may go back to some inbuilt need, but just imagine, like, for me, it's like parents. The way I was raised, I was told to shut up. Like, I wasn't given clarity on anything. You understand? So anything that I said would be taken as I'm talking back. My words would get twisted. So it's better just not to talk. You understand? So I didn't like that treatment. You know what I mean? So for me, that's kind of like traumatizing. I can't see how anyone would want to be subject to that treatment of being just told to shut up. I would think that if someone cares about you, they would try to explain to you what was going on and try to help you work through how you're feeling because they care about you. So to me, if a person is brought to the point to where they're saying, yo, sit down and shut the F up, they are highly frustrated. They've reached their limit. They just want it to end. At this point, they feel antagonized. They feel angry. I mean, obviously angry. You know what I mean? For whatever is happening in that moment, and they need it to stop. So I don't see how that gets anybody what they need. It makes the man feel like, yo, she crazy. I can't deal. You can't talk to her, and then he'll talk to you less and less and less to the point where he goes cold, and won't have any discussions with you really about anything, not even your behavior. He just won't even talk to you because he'll know you can't be accountable. He knows that you can't take criticism. That all you're going to do is behave that way. So he'll become distant from you. He won't perform the same. And now you're wondering whether intimacy gone and he's just shut down because he's became a version of himself that can deal with you. And you're saying that somewhere deep down, that experience turned you on. It don't turn him on. It don't turn him on to have to tell you to sit down and shut the F up. So something ain't clicking there. So I'm saying that I'm letting you know that's breaking down the relationship. He feels disrespected. You understand? And a lot of y'all can't be told that. If he tell you that to sit down and shut the F up, a lot of y'all gonna, hey, don't nobody tell me this, don't nobody tell me that. If he says, yo, I'm done, enough is enough, you still gonna say, it ain't over yet. You're like, some of y'all can't, he don't even know how to shut the conversation down. And that will make him say, yo, she crazy. Same story. Think about it.